Hello and welcome everyone to the Drishti IAS English YouTube channel. My name is Pragya. In today's interesting episode of Environment Primer, we are going to talk about a fairly new technique that is being used by the states. And the technique is assisted hunting, and it is used by the states in wildlife protection and conservation. Wildlife protection and conservation. So the popularity of this technique known as assisted hunting has increased in the recent years. So in this discussion, we are firstly going to study about what is assisted hunting. Then we are also going to understand what is translocation of prey or prey augmentation. Then we are also going to understand that is it an unnatural move? Why do we humans need to interfere or assist the top predators in their hunting? Okay. Then we are also going to see and read about the Palamu Tiger Reserve and the conditions of prey base in the Palamu Tiger Reserve. And lastly, we are going to see a practice question for your prelims examinations. So if I talk about the background of our today's topic. So as I have explained that yes, this technique known as assisted hunting prey translocation or prey augmentation is becoming increasingly popular amongst the states. So basically, if I try to explain this in very simple terms, translocation of prey means that the states are shifting the prey base to the tiger reserves or the conservation parks which are there for various projects that we are running to save our top predators. So basically, they transfer the prey base from one national park to another national park. But the scientists are arguing that no, this assisted hunting is not sustainable in the long run. And currently, if you ask me, it is going on for the state of Jharkhand. So around 300 herbivores and ungulates are being moved from one national park that is known as Bhagwan Birsa Biological Park to the Palamu Tiger Reserve. So currently this technique of assisted hunting or prey augmentation, which is there by the human intervention, is happening in the state of Jharkhand, and this is the first time for the state of Jharkhand. So this brings us to the moot point of our today's discussion, that what exactly is this concept of assisted hunting? So basically, assisted hunting refers to the process in which prey base is created for top predators so that they can be conserved. And we have discussed in our animal project series about the Project Cheetah. And we also pondered upon the prey problem for the reintroduced cheetah in the Kuno National Park. They were reintroduced in the Kuno National Park because it had the large base prey or the prey base. Okay. Then we also talked about the Project Tiger. So whenever we were talking about the animal conservation projects, we saw that yes, there was a lack of prey for the top predators. Okay, and to solve this problem, this technique of assisted hunting is used. The prey base or the animals that serve as food for predators for tigers includes spotted deer, gaur, wild boar, nilgai and sambar. And a first for Jharkhand, the creation of prey base has been approved by the NTCA, but the approval by the Central Zoo Authority is pending. After that, 300 herbivores will be transformed from the Bhagwan Birsa Biological Park to the Palamu Tiger Reserve. Moving forward, let us understand the concept of translocation of prey. So, translocation of prey refers to a process in which prey base is shifted to the area or reserve where the conservation project is ongoing. So, this is what I was explaining to you, that yes, supposedly these are the two national parks. Parks 1 and Park 2. So, if this Park 1 has a good prey base, but is zero tigers, so the prey base will be shifted to this Park 2, which has tigers but lesser prey density. So, in simplified form, this is the process of translocation of prey. Moving forward, so translocation of prey may be planned in Jharkhand for the first time, but states like Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra and Telangana have been reporting such exercises over the last decade, and this has definitely increased within the states in the recent years, so as to increase the population of our top predators in the food chain. Moving forward, forest officials say that the reason for this is shortage of food for tigers and other predators. And this is what I told to you before also when we were discussing Project Cheetah. When we were discussing Project Tiger, we saw that yes, there is an actual shortage of a prey base. So this is a real problem, and until and unless we solve this problem, we are not going to conserve our top predators in the food chain. So as per the status of tigers, co-predators and prey in India 2022 report by NTCA. So this report becomes very important for the perspective of your examination. If the UPSC wants, it can ask the question from this status report as well. India has around 3682 tigers in 53 reserves across 18 states, an increase from 2967 tigers in the year 2018. So basically, we have recently conducted a tiger census and we have found that Project Tiger was successful and it has definitely increased the number of tigers in various tiger reserves. Moving forward, while numbers for prey in 2022 are not available, earlier estimates suggest disparities across reserves. So this is what I was explaining to you. For example, there is a Park 1. It might have a very wonderful prey base, or the density of prey will be more, but it has no tigers. Okay, but if you talk about Park number 2, it might have tigers, but it did not have the requisite prey base or the density of prey, and that is why this translocation of prey keeps on happening amongst the states. The prey base is depleted due to habitat destruction, poaching and hunting for bush meat, and encroachment by humans. So these are the main reasons why the prey base has depleted. If the prey density is smaller, the tiger will travel farther in search of food and it may venture into human habitations, increasing the population of human-tiger conflicts. So to avoid all of this, what we do, we interfere by humanly means and we increase the prey base for the national parks in which these tigers are conserved. Moving forward, translocation helps in the zoological parks as well. Herbivores breed in abundance in zoological parks and in absence of any natural predator, because by human activities we have almost lost our natural predators or the top predators in the food chain. Most of them are endangered or vulnerable or critically endangered in India. Okay. Moving these animals in the wild becomes imperative to avoid conflict and inbreeding. So there are increased instances of human wildlife conflict as well. So that is why they are given the food which is suitable for them, so that they do not venture into the human settlements. Moving forward, let us understand that is it unnatural? Is the translocation of prey an unnatural thing? Are we going against the natural sciences? And is it sustainable in the long run? So, though prey translocation has proven useful, experts say that it is counterproductive to scientific conservation. Herbivores and ungulates translocated from parks have never lived in the wild, and their anti-predatory responses are weak. So basically, they are not able to protect themselves from attack. They are not able to create a safe zone for themselves, because we are trying to have or breed them in captivity. Okay, and that is why they do not have the essential techniques to counter with the prey attack by the predators. Okay, and artificial prey augmentation is not conservation but population sustenance and management. So this is a point which the critics and the scientists are raising, that you are trying to create an artificial prey base, but it is not conservation. You are just making the natural habitats of the animals different. You are breeding them in captivity, and definitely you are decreasing their natural strength. Moving forward, protecting habitats from encroachments and degradation will allow prey densities to increase with time. And this is the main point of scientists, that instead of creating an artificial prey base, save their natural habitats so that they can venture into the wild, okay, so that they can retain their natural strength. And we are feeding these tigers in a national park rather than in a zoo. Another kind of irony. Remember when we used to visit zoo in our childhood days? We used to visit them for seeing tigers or spotting tigers or elephants or lions, etc. It was very popular with us in our childhood, but sadly, it is not happening as of now. And these national parks are just tourist attractions, okay? They are popular amongst the tourists, but if you talk about the actual number of tigers in them, most of the national parks, as per a report, do not exactly have even one single tiger in them. So such attempts, along with speeding up natural recovery or raising tiger and prey densities above natural levels, are unscientific and often the cause of increase in the human wildlife conflict. Moving forward, about 75% of the potential tiger habitats, for example, all of Odisha, Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh, do not have tiger populations at reasonable natural density. And this is what I was explaining to you, that these are popular tourist hotspots and they are being utilized for the same purposes. But the chances of you spotting a tiger or another top predator in Jim Corbett National Park are extremely low. But whenever we visit Jim Corbett, we tend to take a safari in search of the tigers, which are not usually found there. As per the 2022 NTCA, or the National Tiger Conservation Authority report, 11 reserves recorded one or no tiger. So these are the shocking figures that has been released in the 2022 by NTCA. On the other hand, reserves such as Bandipur, Nagarhole and Taboda have high tiger density. So next time, instead of visiting the Jim Corbett National Park, visit the parks in Bandipur, Nagarhole, etc. if you really want to spot a tiger. Artificially adding prey could lead to conflicts between tigers, because they will be fighting for prey. Okay, the tigers will be fighting for prey, and definitely it will increase the competition between the tigers. Moving forward, let us discuss about the Palamu Tiger Reserve, because this is a central point of our discussion today, because the translocation of prey is happening in the Jharkhand, and this is the only tiger reserve in the state of Jharkhand. So Palamu Tiger Reserve is a wildlife sanctuary and tiger reserve located in the Indian state of Jharkhand, as I have said. It is also called Betla Tiger Reserve. It was established in 1974 as one of the first 9 tiger reserves in India under the Project Tiger initiative. And the Palamu Tiger Reserve is only tiger reserve in Jharkhand, as I have stated. And it is culturally and historically significant because it is named after the Palamu fort. And it is also rich in the minerals such as bauxite and coal. And 3 prominent rivers also pass through the Palamu Tiger Reserves, the names of which will be given by you to me in the comment section. Now let us talk about the prey base in the Palamu Tiger Reserve. So in the 8 ranges of Palamu, only one has 5,000 deer, while the rest have 100-200 deer each, along with other animals. The reserve has 3 tigers. So a tiger consumes about 50 cheetal-sized animals in a year, and so requires 500-600 deer that continuously reproduce. Okay, and these points should be paid highly attention to while we are trying to talk about the conservation of our top predators. But prey density, or the number of available prey per square kilometer for tigers, should be around 25. Okay, and if you talk about Palamu, currently it is only 4. So they are in excess need of 25,000 deers if they want to increase their tiger population. And now you can understand why translocation of prey is ongoing in the Palamu Tiger Reserve. So with this, we come to a conclusion of our today's discussion. We have discussed this new technique known as assisted hunting. We have also seen that why is it required, what is translocation of prey. Okay, and we have also understood that what exactly is happening in the Palamu Tiger Reserve. Now let us discuss some of the questions which are important from the perspective of your prelims examination. So the question is, Palamu Tiger Reserve, which was recently seen in the news, is located in which state? Your options are: option A is Jharkhand, option B is Karnataka, option C is Bihar, and option D is none of the above. And I'm sure if you have watched this discussion carefully, you might know that Jharkhand is the correct answer. Moving forward to the last question of our today's discussion. So the question is, consider the following statements. So statement number 1 is, the Palamu Tiger Reserve is one of the 9 original tiger reserves in Jharkhand, India, and the only one in this state. Your statement number 2 is, the reserve is very rich in minerals like bauxite and coal. So which of these statements given above is our correct? Your options are: option A is 1 only, option B is 2 only, option C is both 1 and 2, and option D is none of the above. And this answer will be given by you to me in the comment section. I hope this session was insightful for you. If you have any feedback regarding this session, you can drop it in the comment box below. If you liked today's discussion and found it to be helpful, kindly like the video and subscribe to our channel for more such interesting updates. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.